All right, so today we're going to talk about the 9 signs that you're eating too much fat. So it doesn't make sense if you're eating fat and it's not really fully breaking down. When you do keto, usually you're eating more fat. And you have to adapt to it. Your gallbladder and your liver have to adapt to that fat. So some people can overdo it, especially if they're adding MCT oil, butter, coconut oil, bulletproof coffee. And these are some of the signs that you're just overdoing it a bit. You need a good liver to make the bile, a good gallbladder to store it, and then you also need a good pancreas to release the lipase enzyme. So your pancreas and your gallbladder work together to help you digest fat. So if your stool floats, that means that the fat is going through you and not being absorbed. Number 2, bloating, burping, belching. Okay, that's a gallbladder issue. That's too much fat. Number 3, no weight loss. So let's say, for example, you do keto and you bring your carb down, but you're still not losing weight. Well, simply because you're eating too much fat and your body is turning those dietary fats into ketones and not your own body's fat into ketones. I recommend trying to cut your fat down to about 75 grams or a little less. You never want to go on a low-fat diet, but you may want to cut it down if you're not losing weight. Okay, number 4, right shoulder pain. Why? Because if you overload the gallbladder, it's going to swell up a little bit. It's underneath the right rib cage. There's a nerve underneath there called the phrenic nerve that goes to the right shoulder, up to your neck. So if there's pressure underneath the rib cage into the diaphragm, onto that nerve, it can refer to the right shoulder, up into the neck through here, anything on the right side. Also, you can have pain underneath your right rib cage, right here. So bloating, tightness, a fullness, or pain. That's usually gallbladder. You're probably eating too much fat. Of course, if you're doing carbs and sugar, that would be even worse. All right, number 6, right rhomboid pain. Let me explain where that is. Let me bring my person to demonstrate this. Thank you very much. So we're going to turn you this way right there. Okay, so there's 2 muscles in between this bone right here, the scapula, and the spine. So it's right through here. Okay, and there's another one over here. And these muscles kind of bring the shoulders inward this way and kind of bring it up this way. So right on the right rhomboid, right through in here, this is where you're going to get problems if there's a gallbladder issue. Sometimes it comes up into right here too, on the right side, anywhere through here. All right, thank you very much. So that would be number 6. Okay, nauseousness, okay? That's one symptom that you're consuming too much fat. Number 8, your stool is black and tarry and oily. It's leaving skid marks, okay, on the toilet. And also realize that you may need some purified bile salts to actually improve the digestion if you have some of these symptoms too. So it's not always that you're doing too much fat. It could be that your gallbladder just doesn't have enough bile stored to be able to break it down. The gallbladder is a storage for bile. The liver actually makes it. The microbes help you recycle the bile. Like over 90% of your bile is recycled. So it could be either you don't have the friendly bacteria, or there's some problem in the gallbladder, or the liver, could be the pancreas as well. And the last one is no appetite for a very long time. I know people who consume like half a stick of butter. You're not going to be hungry for the next day, maybe a day and a half. Well, that could just mean that you just had a little too much butter. The problem with consuming too much butter and not other nutrients, so one of the problems with consuming too much fat is that you're so satisfied that you're not hungry for any of the other nutrients that you need, okay? All right, so now you know when to adjust your dietary fat. Thanks for watching. So if you're enjoying this content, go ahead and share it with someone that could really benefit from it.